I just picked up the cheapest shifter cart I could find on Facebook Marketplace, and this thing is really cool. It's got an Aprilia Rotax 125cc 6-speed 2-stroke engine with electric start and paddle shifters. It's also got front and rear brakes. It's also stanced really low and really wide. This cart really was an absolute race machine back in the day, but there's a reason it was so cheap. First of all, the engine is completely locked up. I can't get it to spin over whatsoever. And it's got some sort of JB weld or something on the bottom of the engine case, so I don't even know if it's salvageable at this point. Not to mention that every square inch of this cart is either covered in some sort of corrosion or deep pitting rust. This thing has been sitting for a very long time. Now, although this cart has one of the sickest powertrains you can buy for any cart out there, I have no idea if we're gonna be able to get it running. So let's first of all dig deeper into that before we make any major decisions going forward. Now, I'm sure most of you guys know me for doing my electric conversions, but we actually went to pick this cart up with the intentions of fixing it up and keeping it as is. But the second we actually picked this cart up and saw everything that was wrong with it, we quickly started having ideas of electric swapping it. But we don't know if we're gonna do that yet. Let's first see if we can get it running, and then we'll decide from there. Now, I feel like there are kind of only two ways to try to free this up. First of all, we can maybe put an impact on like the actual crankshaft, crank on it, maybe it frees it up. The other option is to take a socket and a mallet and just wallop on it, and hopefully it breaks free. If this doesn't work, we will consider using some heat and switching to a hammer. There we go. At this point in time, I think it's safe to say that I was delusionally optimistic for thinking we'd be able to get this engine up and running with some minor work, and right about now I started seeing some signs that there was just no chance. I then went on to spend the next 2 hours trying to get that cylinder off, and when I finally did, I knew right away there was just no chance. Yeah, this engine has no chance. All right, at this point, we know that this cart and this engine and fuel system and powertrain system is not salvageable, so it's time to strip it.
On the first part of the journey, I was looking at all the life. There were plants and birds and rocks and things. There was sand and hills and rain. The first thing I met was a fly with a buzz and the sky with no clouds. The heat was hot and the ground was dry, but the air was full of sound. I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, you can't remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one for to give you no pain. All right, at this point, the cart's ready to consider electric swapping. So right now we're kind of measuring up right here where the motor's gonna go, trying to design some CAD stuff. Also trying to move the sprocket from this side over to this side. All right, so as you saw, I took some measurements. First thing I did was basically make this little section of the frame. So I had some stuff to design around. Then I made the original motor mounts that we'll be using for the bracket to mount our new motor. Then I went ahead and made the bracket alongside just having the motor in here. As you see, there's this little gap here. These will just be spaced out that way as well. You can slide the motor back and forth in the bracket if you need to. But yeah, at this point, we pretty much just take this file, this bracket, we send it off to Send Cut Send, and we get it made out of sheet metal, and in a couple days, it arrives at our door, which is pretty cool. If you're doing a mount like this,
For anything custom metal related, even CNC stuff, Send Cut Send is amazing.
After 9 days, I let the horse run free, 'cause the desert had turned to sea. There were plants and birds and rocks and things. There was sand and hills and rings. The ocean was
Cool, I guess this works. Alright, so unfortunately, my camera batteries keep dying, just because this is taking so long. I'm like 4 hours deep into just this session, and I haven't even started wire wheeling the frame, so I'm gonna have to turn it off right now because it's about to die. Next time you guys see this car, it will hopefully be fully painted and dried, and we'll be ready to start reassembling it. So see you then. This is also spray paint we got. It is just some cheap shit off Amazon. I normally powder coat all my stuff, but I just want to get this done here now, and I also don't want to spend a couple $100 to get it powder coated. So spray paint. See when it's done. I'll repeat that. Pretty perfect. What the fuck? What the fuck? All right, so this is how the cart currently sits. Basically, we got it mostly all the way back together. Got the brakes and then realized that these master cylinders are just like not savable, and we can't find any rebuild stuff for them. So we're gonna have to figure out something to do there. Most likely just gonna have to buy some new ones, which is pretty damn expensive. But yeah, either way, this is where we're at right now. We are ready to start putting the electrics in, but we're gonna save that for part 2. If you guys have any suggestions for what we should do for this build, maybe we put a wing on it, maybe we put like a ripstick, like a little drift rear brake on it, something like that. Maybe we do crazy steering angle and just make this a full drift cart. Let me know what you guys want to see out of this. Now I'm going to play some clips of my last e-cart build, and while you're watching these, I just want you to keep in mind the powertrain that's in this is about half the power of what we're going to be putting in the new e-cart build. So it's going to be crazy. I really think you guys will enjoy it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.